This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised, as the content may include strong language, adult themes, and topics not suitable for younger listeners.
This podcast has no affiliation with any sports leagues or sports programs discussed on the show. The views expressed are those of the host and guest and do not necessarily reflect those of any affiliated organizations. Enjoy the show.
If she was dating Bronny James and banged LeBron,
Brony.
he's no
Brony.
Wait, isn't so? I've never heard it said out loud. It's not Brony.
It's Bronny.
I could have sworn it was Brony.
No, I think his name is LeBron. He's junior.
That makes sense.
And they call him LeBron just because it's different.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because his name is, I think, LeBron James. LeBron James.
Killer.
Motherfucker, we gon' crazy. Yeah, what up? I'm in here right now, and you know I'm dressed up. I messed up a few times, but shit, so what? It's fine because I just don't give a fuck. Just don't give a fuck.
What in the world, yeah?
Just don't give a fuck.
What in the world?
Welcome to the fucking show! This is our April 5th episode. Zach, confirm me, 12? We're at 12?
That's
11.
right. 12.
11.
Dozen.
Because last week did not come out. We were actually at episode 11. I knew when I came off the tongue that I'd fucked up. But we have a great show to you. We're coming to you from the Parlay or Die studio, our safe space where we can be as toxic as we want. They say it's where the toxics and psychotics are accepted. Encouraged even, yeah. And we also encourage degenerate gambling.
Oh, the worst of the worst.
Oh, man. Tommy, go ahead and let them know what we have in store for them today.
We've got the classics, of course. We're going to hit you with the water cooler, one of our newer and more fun segments. We've got Hear Me Out, Sports News Network. Jay, what else we got?
We also have a festive segment, Two Truths and a Goof.
Oh.
Where Zach's going to read us two truth facts and then a bogus fact in there. We got to guess which one's the bogus fact.
Ooh, that sounds tough.
That's gonna be a tough one. Zach's got us cooked up some good ones this time. We also have What's Up West Virginia and Blitz the Book. And I'm just checking to make sure we're not leaving anything out for you guys. We also have the More You Know moment of the show. Zach's going to have two of them for you today. You're going to learn so fucking much.
Oh, it's like school, but it doesn't suck.
Yeah, we don't fucking suck.
We don't suck.
But we do use Ticonderoga No. 2 pencils.
Only the best of the best.
Shout out Steve. Shout out Steve.
A superior writing utensil.
The only writing utensil, if you ask Steve Canterbury. The only one. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into Water Cooler next. Stay with us. Welcome to the Water Cooler, where we're going to cover everything that's going on in sports news. We're going to make some jokes about it. We're probably going to just give some snide comments about it for the most part.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they'll be funny. At least I think they are. I make myself laugh more than anyone else.
Oh, I'm hysterical. I don't tell jokes for other people. I tell them for myself.
For real, I know what's funny. All right, big news coming out this week. A-Rod and Mark Lowry are now the 100% owners of Minnesota. They have bought out former owner. No one knows his name because it's fucking Timberwolves.
Yeah.
But they do know A-Rod. A-Rod is now, he also inherited the Lynx, which is the female version of the Timberwolves for the WNBA. So he now owns two teams, technically.
That's true. But he just inherited a bunch of debt with that WNBA team.
So, yeah, they're going to let him into the owner's circle of the NBA. But you know where he'll never be allowed?
Where's that?
The MLB Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Because he's a fucking cheater.
Yeah.
A fraud. You're a son of a bitch.
You just can't. What's with baseball players and cheating? Your sport's already easy fucking enough.
And the team he bought is caught in controversy again because the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Detroit Pistons got in a brawl during the fight, leading to 7 player ejections and suspensions,
Yeah.
and 5 coaches and staff were also ejected from the game.
Good.
Malice in the Palace 2, the sequel, Electric Boogaloo, if you will. Tommy, what are you thinking about Detroit and their, just garbage fire of a season and how it's kind of going out, how it's ending?
Let it end. Fucking, yeah, go out fighting. Who cares? If your season's already trash, ruin it for someone else. Who fucking cares?
I think I wouldn't, if I had to sum it up with, a GIF video, it'd be like the Shane where he's like, because they don't know if they're going to kill somebody else, the fight, or they just should blow their own brains out on the season and just quit.
Oh, yeah. Take the L, write the season off, try again next year.
Yeah, and to be honest, besides, the Billups years that they went to the finals, their biggest the biggest time as fans for Pistons were when they lost to the Chicago Bulls. They're like, we almost got a championship then.
Yeah.
But that's their number 2 highlights of their whole career of owning a team is we almost beat Michael Jordan.
Yeah, back in the fucking 90s.
Yeah, so
years ago.
they should just fucking end it all. The only Detroit team worth a damn is the Lions. And I think they're the only team in the league to ever go winless completely in a season.
That's true. What was it? 2012?
I think so, yeah. And then the Red Wings are garbage. They're just a fucking shit show.
The Lions are so bad. They lost against some fucking no-name QB rookie this year. I mean, garbage.
Some would say got his ass whooped, but
Some would say it got their ass whooped.
some would say that. I would say that.
He'd say that.
Also announced today, we're going to stay on basketball for 1 second. Carmelo Anthony, first ballot Hall of Famer, announced today. Tommy, he's finally done it. The younger kids wouldn't know because Melo kind of sucked ass in his later years, came off the bench. Melo was a dog when he first got in the league. I had a pair of Melos when he played for the Nuggets. And I am a white.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have any of those.
Yeah, your dad would not let you own those.
Now, white Skechers? Absolutely.
Also, the Shaqs from Kmart because they were at a good price. Tommy was allowed to wear those.
they didn't have those at the Kmart. Couldn't wear those.
You didn't get those on a fucking blue light special?
No.
But we just want to say, congrats, Carmelo.
Good job,
Congrats
Carmelo.
on good career. Good career.
Carmelo, just reach out to us. We'll do an interview with you any day. Just have your guys call our guys.
All right, another basketball. This one's going to be a quick one, just a fact that happened. It's kind of funny. The horseman himself, Nikola Jokic, scored 61, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and they fucking lost.
That is absolutely insane.
How does that happen?
Wow, he scored pretty much an entire team's worth of fucking points.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And why couldn't his team come up with any points? What were their fucking point totals that if you scored 61 and y'all just didn't pull it through?
Yeah, what do you actually fucking...
What, did 10 other players split 50 points? Fuck. Help the fucking man out. I mean, I know he isn't fully bought in on basketball because he loves horse so much. But, hey, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What's Nikola Jokic's favorite basketball game?
Horse.
Yes, yeah.
Thanks,
I should have stopped it on a you saying horse.
Yeah.
Then you kind of know because it reminded me of that joke.
Yeah,
But that's a good one.
We'll try again next time.
We'll try again.
But I guarantee his teammates are getting frustrated. Or he's getting frustrated with his teammates. Because how can you keep playing in that environment without just saying, fuck it, I'm going to hang out with my horses? I don't want to be around that fucking mediocrity.
And we got an NBA obituary. Rest in peace, LaMelo Ball. He's done for the season.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball. What are they now, the Hornets?
Yeah.
That just shows my basketball knowledge there. I forget that they were once the Bobcats. They were the Charlotte Bobcats, and there's god-awful colors, like orange and blue.
No, I like the Hornets colors. They're pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm glad they stole that from Louisiana, from Nolans.
But, yeah, the Hornet season was already over. He's just matching it.
Absolutely. UFC 316 was announced this week.
Yeah.
I thought it was an April Fool's joke. They shouldn't have released an announcement of a card and fights on April Fool's Day because I was like, this is a fucking joke. But I'm glad Sugar Sean is getting his rematch against Merab Davashvili.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I'm hoping Sugar Sean does a better outing this time. Might not.
I know the general opinion of people in this one, and they are putting Sugar on fraud alert. They're saying he was propped up wrong to kind of take over Conor McGregor and be kind of the new face of the UFC. He was a younger guy. fun to watch.
He has a Twitch stream.
Has a Twitch stream. But the general consensus I'm seeing online is people do not think he has it in him. He don't got that dog in him.
He don't have that dog. I like Sugar.
Oh,
I follow his podcast. I don't watch his Twitch streams because I don't want to watch anyone playing video games. I would rather play them myself. That's just me.
That's fun.
That's just me. I'd rather play than watching somebody else. That's like the kids nowadays. They watch videos of other kids opening toys. That I'll never fucking understand. I'm just like, your kid is a cuck. One day they're going to watch someone fuck their wife and just be excited about it. They're going to be like, unwrap her for me. They're just watching videos of their wife getting fucked on video. Still in basketball. A lot of basketball shit, but this is college basketball. 4 number 1 seeds made it to the Final Four, Tommy. 4. I don't think as you can tell, my basketball knowledge is sometimes shaky. I don't remember this happening in a very long time.
Yeah.
Over 10, 15 years.
That I don't know.
I was saying that I don't know for a fact, but I feel like 10, 15 years.
You know what? I'm going to say, as an absolute fact, it's been about 10 to 15 years. I don't second guess myself. It's a fact.
So who do you have to win it all? Championship, not just their matchups this week.
Florida. I got Florida in my bracket. I still believe in them.
Florida.
Gotta go with the Gators. Chomp, chomp.
My Back to the Futures parlay getting close on the first hit.
Yeah, didn't you have
Auburn?
Auburn.
Auburn. That'd be a hit.
I don't like Auburn though. I just know they love choking.
You want to know a fun fact about Auburn? Bruce Pearl, the head coach, the assistant coach and associate head coach, which I thought was a stupid thing, defensive coordinator, is his son. So he will be a father-son coaching duo to win a natty if they win.
Nepotism. Right there shows his weakness in the coaching staff.
God damn it, Tom.
I don't think was that a diversity hire?
Did they hire a black or interview a black as well? Or a Mexican?
I don't know. I just know the War Eagles colors sometimes run.
And I know in Bama down there you got to watch out.
Exactly.
It's a lot of whites.
But that's also a good point. SEC really stepping up this year. 2 teams, Florida and
yeah, and that's coming off of you apologize if I'm wrong. I think it's like Bishop Sankey's the SEC guy. He actually said in June of last year that he wanted to see all members of the SEC put money into their basketball programs because he's tired of the SEC not being a premier their basketball season not being a good conference.
Yeah.
And I think that it was extremely effective for them because they all took the note and did well. Arkansas made a run. Like, a lot of the fucking tournament teams were SEC teams.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, didn't they make it?
Yeah, even early on there was UGA.
Yeah. UGA was in there. Like, a lot. So his words meant a lot, and they definitely put that push forward. What else do we have here? That's actually all the sports I'm going to cover. But, Tommy, on Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, the push for this WrestleMania has been fucking electric. John Cena has been bodying Cody Rhodes for the whole time. Yeah. I'm excited to see John Cena take him on I'm going to say it's on 4/21 because that's the Sunday. That's probably when that match is going to take place. Dude, it's going to be fucking electric. The build up to this WrestleMania, Triple H is killing it.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, he's putting the good shit that you want to see in there. Like, nice. It's promo battles like they used to do back in the old wrestling. I feel like they've kind of gotten away from like the promo battles in center ring and stuff like that. They're starting to bring all that back, letting them shit talk. It's old wrestling is starting to peak back in there, and we're excited to see it.
There just needs to be, I hate to say it,
bra and panty match.
What?
Bra and panty match. I get you.
Nope.
You remember those?
Yes. But if the WWE wants to bring back the old energy, they have to kill someone. I mean, someone actually physically die in the ring. And not like Undertaker die, come bring back. I mean, a real...
You're talking about like an Owen Hart situation. Like falls from the ceiling, dies in the crowd.
No.
They keep going. They actually don't end the show.
I've seen that clip. No, not that. I mean, actually, someone take a good punch, have a heart attack or something, and die. I mean, that's what they need. And then, I mean, that just...
This is what they could do since Ric Flair's retired twice already. He comes in the ring. he fakes his death as Ric Flair because that's not his real name. So he just and then goes and lives the rest of his life as his normal thing. Maybe dyes his hair, no one would know.
I may actually be fucking retarded because I honestly thought Ric Flair was his real name.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. It is long past time that sports teams, all of them, stop hating their fans. I am tired of experiences designed to make enjoying the game as hard as possible. That's right. We need, as a society, for these athletic teams to start selling alcohol past the 7th inning, past the 2nd period, past the 3rd quarter, whatever you call it. There needs to be the elimination of the alcohol cutoff period. I'm tired of it. It's horse shit. Imagine, you go to a game, and it's hitting overtime. It could go on for fucking hours, and you have to sit there sober as fuck and try and watch the game. It's awful. And I'm tired of people like, oh, you don't want to have people drinking and driving. They're already drinking and driving. They've been getting drunk the first 2 fucking halves of the game. Or portions of the game. They didn't sober fucking up randomly. They didn't just like, okay, that's the end of that. I guess I'll start sobering up, get a sandwich, drink some water. No, there's no drinking. There's bullshitting about it. They just leave after or something. This entire fucking system is messed up. I don't care for it. What is going to be the harm of me having one more beer before the game? Do you think that's what's going to set me off? If I'm already that hammered, one more beer, one more Jack and Coke, a couple more shots of tequila are not going to send me over the fucking edge. Okay, can we quit acting like fucking prima donnas? Like this is some big fucking social issue? Like, we're doing the right thing. We're going to let people drink as much as they want in the first 2/3 of the game, and then afterwards, we're going to hold them accountable. Don't sit on your fucking high horse, look down at me and say, hey, you can't have any beer. Fuck you.
Guys, hear me out. There is a trend in football stadiums that's going around that I don't like. I don't like it. I don't dig it. I understand the positives of it. I know the greed parts of it, and we'll get to that here in a second. I understand those parts, and I understand they are, pins in the opposition's argument for why we should go inside. But let's go into I'll backtrack. We'll go through what their points are, and then we'll go through all the awesome parts of my debate. Even playing field. So in times like the playoffs, things like that, they want an even playing field. You're not going to have a different game of football by having to play Buffalo in Buffalo if everyone is indoors, because it would be heaters on. No kind of precipitation is going to affect you at all. Things like that. And then the other one is a greed-based one. It is the owners or cities want to be able to have indoor arena concerts in there. You can have those outside too, Mr. Greed. But I know it's harder to plan with snow and rain. So I'll give you that one. What are you taking away from football, the sport? Snow games. Things like high wind games. Things like that. Obstacles that the players have to overcome. That is a skill in itself. And that a good player, a great player, knows how to take their skills and apply it to that situation and make a hell of a game out of it. That is a thing. To say your friend loses a race and they said the wind held me back or something like that because you won. Like, it kind of sounds like a bitch excuse, to be honest. Football, in its origins, at its base, when it was created, was an outdoor sport. Playing indoors was unheard of. It would not happen. So let's not take what's great about football when it was created at its foundation and cut into that at all. That sport is pure. It is America's sport more than baseball, I would say, because I think it has a more viewership. The fans are just... We won't go there. Things like at college and, Super Bowl, things like that. Try doing a flyover with a dome. Someone would have to tell you, like, oh, this fucking flew over. That thing that sounded like fucking highway traffic for a second. That was our B-52 flyover there. That's not exciting. You need to experience B-52. Also, there's teams that use like fireworks and things when their team scores that shoot up in the air, things like that. Do that in a dome. You'll burn your shit down. I went to Marshall University where the stadium is probably an eighth of a mile away from the campus, from the first dorm building. I'm telling you, in the rec, in the freshman dorms, in towers, you can hear the stadium when the game is going. It allows the people that are there, one, to have a great time. The sound is different coming out of an open air stadium than in a dome where it's echoed in. So at Marshall, when you're in your dorm room and you didn't go to the game, you can hear the game. I can hear the announcers. I can hear the crowd. That in itself is kind of a way to get people over there, because people are sitting in their stadium or in their dorm rooms and they're hearing the stadium and they're thinking, man, there's a lot of people out there. All my friends, all the students here, families. Maybe I should go over there and check out the game. So you get that, and it was honestly an awesome feeling. I went to all the games, but so I never experienced like having to hear it from my dorm room and want to go over there. I love football. So you got that. And then the old snow games and things, like I said, the wind games. If you do have to go into Buffalo, watch those games. There are like, people made legends of themselves for what they did in those snow games. LaShawn McCoy, what he did with the Eagles in a blizzard, he still talks about that shit probably 10 years later, about what a great feat that was and how bad the snow was. We don't have those conversations or even achievements if they're all fucking inside. And then there's like the rain games. Rain games go either way. They're good games because you have to overcome that. You can't really throw deep balls when it's pouring down rain and the ball's slippery. You kind of got to run that rock. To be able to overcome the elements is a huge thing here. And then you just get vitamin D. You get the fresh air breathing in. There is no replacement for outdoor football. And anyone that says so, quit fucking playing Madden and go outside. That's all I'm going to say. I play Madden, but I'm not the one rooting for staying the fuck inside. I love being outdoors when I get the chance to breathe it in, feel the sunlight on my face, the awesome weather, maybe even a light wind gust when it's hot. Feels good. Let's keep football outside. That's all I'm going to fucking say. I'll leave it there. Leave some comments in the thing if you agree with me. Leave them if you don't, but I will say you'll probably get called fucking stupid. A lot of news outlets, sports news outlets talking shit about my man Dan Hurley after his loss to Florida in the Elite Eight. I don't understand it, because as a fan, I would like to see my coach be so fucking pissed that his team lost, the season's over. He's mad for his kids that are on the team, things like that. Why are we condemning him? People saying he's a poor loser and things like that. The man was emotional. It was no one should have. He stands in a spotlight. I'll understand that. I'll rule with that on you. It's not his fault someone was recording him seconds after. He was being a human being. We're allowed to feel things. He's allowed to cuss. He's a grown adult who coaches grown adults. Everyone over 18. Maybe a 17-year-old sprinkled in if you're Duke. I don't understand why we're holding him to a standard that we wouldn't hold ourselves to. But also, if your coach was just fucking flat-faced, felt no emotion after a game, wouldn't you think, why doesn't this motherfucker give a damn that our season's over or that we lost? Hating, losing should be something you fucking hate and never want to do again. If you do not have that feeling, I feel like when it comes around again, you're not going to do what is necessary to not lose, to win, to find victory. Coaches like John Gruden is a very emotional guy, expressive. We have coaches like Jim Harbaugh, Bob Huggins, Bob Knight would throw chairs. Those are coaches you want to coach your team. If you have some analytics guy who couldn't excite fucking anyone, he's fucking wet paint drying, those players aren't going to respond to that. Also, the players respond well to seeing that their coach is upset that their season's over, that he wanted to keep going. Because some coaches, I've heard things from other players when the season's over, just kind of checks out, already starts planning his vacation, doesn't give a fuck. We need more coaches like Dan Hurley. I would be happy if he was a coach of Oregon or any team that I follow, but if we're going college basketball, Oregon or Marshall University, I want him to care. I want him to cuss out everyone, to be mad that he just fucking lost. He's not going to the national championship now. I want to know that he's upset about that. That should be the goalpost. And he got so close to miss. So now he's got to go another year to work his way back to that spot again to make it to the national championship. He would never make it there if he was okay with this. He would never make it there again because he's not hungry. He's happy with going that far. The same coach that would be happy going that far probably would have felt the same exact way if they got eliminated in the round of 64. So let's give props to the people that are not afraid to be human. They wear their hearts on their sleeve. That's the coach you want. That's the coach I want. Dan Hurley, do not fucking change.
Hear me out. What's one place where a baby or a toddler, small child doesn't belong? A sporting event. I know we all enjoy taking a kid to their first baseball game, the first anything. It's cute. It's fun. But for like the real little kids, they don't remember it. They're not enjoying it. And honestly, it's kind of detrimental to their fucking development. You ever see those videos of those kids wearing the headphones and shit so they don't go fucking deaf at games and stuff? Why even take them? Because you don't have adequate baby service at home. That's fair. It's tough. Babysitters are more expensive. Stuff happens. Like last minute, hey, I got some tickets to a game. Oh, fuck, I got the kid this weekend. I get it. So, how do we remedy this? Every sporting event needs to have a licensed nursery going on at the same time. It just makes sense. Bring your kid to the game, drop them off with someone you can trust, someone who's sober, and they watch the game, have a good, enjoyable time. They in a nice, safe room with other kids. Maybe they play, have a juice box, some oranges perhaps. And it's a good time. And you can go and get hammered, watch the game, cuss, fight people. Just do what you're going to do. And then afterwards, take your kid home. Everybody's the winner. Those kids don't have to sit there bored out of their fucking mind, mindless, screaming, and also going deaf at the same fucking time, having an epilepsy episode because of the fucking bright lights. I just think it's safer all the fucking around. And I also don't have to compete with the fucking changing table. There doesn't need to be a million fucking changing tables in all the goddamn bathrooms. I get it. People gotta change the kids. Absolutely. But you don't have to do that if you put a fucking nursery in. Makes fucking sense.
Guys, this is one of my more festive hear me outs, but maybe on the side of anti-festive. I'm not a fan of April Fool's Day, especially what it does to people on social media. There's a thing besides, but there's a difference between a joke and just fucking lying and being like, well, it's April Fool's Day, I can get the fuck away with it. On April Fool's Day, I try to even stay clear from social media because of all the fake news and shit that gets passed around. Not even like the normal fake news, which, I mean, you do see this problem every day, but you'll see like fake deaths. That's not funny for anyone. People have loved ones. There was fake contracts signed for pro players who saw those contracts and was like, I didn't sign anything, had to call their agents, things like that. I think that shit is fucking stupid. No one thinks it's funny but one person. And honestly, it's just a day where a lot of people think they won't get their asses kicked for what they're doing. Honestly, fuck everyone that is a big fan of this holiday. It's not practical jokes. Like I just said, it's lying. I don't understand the holiday at all. It's one that's not really founded on anything. I think we could kick it to the curb and not miss anything. I think, honestly, we celebrate just because the only other holiday we have in April is Good Friday and Easter. And then not everyone celebrates those. So they didn't want a holiday to go by, or a month to go by, that we don't have a holiday to celebrate. That would be awful. That's what Q4 is for. Look it up. But yeah, let's fuck April Fool's Day. Let's get rid of it. Let's nix it. Get it out of there.
Hear me out. We all love April Fool's Day. We all tolerate it. It's okay. But April Fool's Day, one of the best parts about it is the companies put out the fake shit, and it's hilarious sometimes. Sometimes it's really fun. Like cookie brands will put out like glass flavored fucking cookies, or there's buildings made of straw. It's just insane stuff, and it's really fun. And sports teams have some of the best fun with it. Marshall University were the Thundering Squirrels for a hot second. The Dirty Birds here locally were the Elk River Rocks. And even though they displayed some silly fucking stuff, some of it's pretty fucking cool. And I think teams need to capitalize on it. I think there's a big untapped market for this April Fool's material. I personally would love a fucking Thundering Squirrel shirt and have like a squirrel on there with an acorn in his hand, drinking like a natty light or something on the other. Badass, wearing a Marshall jersey. I think teams are missing out on a very profitable area where if they kind of leaned into it and embraced the sillier side. That's the problem. These teams are so fucking up their own ass. Fucking Duke is getting mad at White Lotus for one of their characters wearing a Duke shirt just in an episode because the guy's crazy. It's not going to hurt your fucking brand. The brand of Duke people on college campus, you bring up Duke, people know two things: Duke lacrosse and Duke basketball. And one of those things is significantly worse than the other. So I don't want to fucking hear it, our brand. The BYU Mormons. Yeah, the Mormons have great fucking branding. They fucking soak each other. They can't even fuck each other. And the whole thing about keeping your fucking image is fucking insane. Oh, we're a bunch of tough guys. You're a fucking college with fucking classes and stuff that people barely show the fuck up to. Your starting quarterback is failing his goddamn soccer class because he shows up in flip-flops. Fuck you. Take yourself less seriously and have some fun. Come on.
All right, next we're going to get you a joint Hear Me Out. The topic today is the NFL is cracking down on more celebrations after plays. It's making news this week that the NFL is looking to ban the first down celebration where you wipe your nose. It is notably done by CeeDee Lamb of the Dallas Cowboys frequently. Tommy, what do you think about the NFL interjecting their opinion into this part of the game? Do you think that it is positive or negative in the entertainment value of the game?
I think in general, it's a very stupid fucking idea to ban celebrations. You just scored a point. You should have some fun with it. You are allowed to be happy and celebrate. You're telling people to calm your emotions in a very high intensity event. And honestly, half the fucking things are really creative and fun. Like, people look forward to that celebration. Doing the little canoes, doing the bowling with your friends, or you do like the little Tommy gun and you do like the Valentine's Day massacre and you shoot your teammates down and they die. That's all good fun. The NFL just hates fun. All they care about is making money and punishing the players and the fans.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tommy, I'm seeing this more as a marketing move by the NFL. Like, most of their decisions is motivated by money. They want to keep brands like Disney, Coca-Cola, TB12, the local broadcast network, so they can maintain those contracts and vendor relationship by not giving their advertising departments fits by saying, we support the NFL, but their players support gun violence, or demonstrate to youth that gun violence can be a cool thing with cool dance moves. I frankly disagree. I saw a college player for a touchdown celebration pull a gun out of his invisible jacket and then mow down some players. And then even pulled a gun out of his ankle holster and popped off a few more shots. I thought it was very creative and well done by the young man. He was doing some fine mime work. Maybe he gets a job doing children's birthday parties. Or better, he may even land an acting job in Hollywood off of his acting skills shown on the field. I think that's something that the NFL is taking away from their younger players now. But to be honest with you, I don't know why they're suspending this one. I don't know why they chose this touchdown celebration to be the next one banned. I just don't get it.
Yeah, but this one specifically, it's supposed to be a gang sign for the Bloods, and I guess, but like, who cares? Do you think, honestly, like a fucking little 8-year-old in Minnesota is going to watch CeeDee Lamb do that and be like, ah, shit, I'm going to go join the Bloods now. Fuck yeah.
That is a marketing tactic. Like, if you want to join, you got to join. But I wouldn't be a white kid from Minnesota showing up to join the Bloods, because I think you become like an initiation for somebody. They're like, stomp a mud hole in his ass.
Well, that in Minnesota is Crips territory. CC.
Yeah. I think it's bullshit. I think the celebrations, like you said, are a fan-friendly thing. It is exciting. They're mostly creative because they don't have any props. They're like mimes, athletic mimes out there, which is a good time. I've never seen a celebration done that I said, that's too far.
Oh, what's his name? Jumping in the big pod at the end of during Christmas time. Fuck,
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, Ezekiel jumps in
The Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. God, I was blanking on everything. But yeah, they fined him for doing that. And that brings national attention to that organization. They love that. And now he can't do it because the NFL hates sharing money and screen time when they don't fucking pay for it, I guess.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like I said, it's an exciting thing. I remember they made it to where you couldn't go to the ground in your celebration, which there's some funny ones where you go to the ground.
Yeah, like when they act like a little fish.
Yeah, like it's stupid rules, and they say it's like to make it look more professional. It's, to better the game. It's bullshit. It doesn't better the game. You want to kind of cater more to your fans. It's a very fan friendly thing, like Tommy said. I just think that's something that you want to keep around, and for some reason they just keep putting limits on it.
I bet if Patrick Mahomes went down into the end zone and did like a silly little dance, everyone would be losing their fucking mind.
No, I would foul that immediately. He is the brother of Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
He sucks ass.
All right, guys, we're going to get into a joint Hear Me Out. This week's topic is the Yankees' new bats and the advantage it gives them, and is it cheating? Tommy, what do you think about the new Yankees designed bats that they've been using this season?
I've got two thoughts on it. First thought is genius. What an actual very smart way of using science and engineering to help your game out a little bit while still staying within the parameters of the rules. No one's cheating. They're just better interpreting the rules and performing better because of it. And I think is absolutely commendable, and other teams need to follow suit. It's just like the tush push. Honestly, it's like the high jump. Back in the day, they used to do the high jump how you'd expect to run at it and jump. It took one genius person to run at it and jump sideways and change the sport for fucking ever. This could be that same caliber. We have yet to see. Wait and stay tuned. My second thought on it, the design's really gay.
It's not a great.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Not a great design for looks. I think it obviously is not cheating because it's in the rule book that you have the ability to do that as long as you stay within certain parameters of designing the bat. People are only saying it's cheating because it's effective. Just like the tush push, I think anything that's effective and your opponent's going to call it cheating because especially if they have not seen it before, you're the only one doing it. It's cheating because they are the losers in that situation. Yeah. I think we agree on this one. Not cheating. It's actually in the rules that as long as you stay within those parameters, they got a physicist or some sort of guy to look at this. How can a bat be better designed? Anyone else could have done this. The Yankees just were the ones that were like, "Fuck it, we'll pay somebody to do this for us. See what was possible."
See, everyone thought it was really weird when the Yankees this draft season, in their second round, took a kid from Harvard with a PhD in physics. And they didn't expect it. They were like, this guy has never played a game before. Why are they drafting him so early?
MIT.
And we found out. we found out why. That guy was actually the scientist on the team, and they used $1 million of cap room to pay for him. Take that, Shoto.
I heard the Detroit Tigers had a scientist too, but he was just like running a meth lab, like in their dugout. But the funny part is, I heard about this is the scientist who designed this bat for the Yankees. He works for the Marlins now. Really? So the Marlins could have been like, "Hey, you designed anything lately that help us be not a shitty baseball team?" And they just didn't do it.
It turns out, I think the Reds.
Yeah,
are
anyone
using
can
those
use them
bats
too.
now.
How's it cheating if you can go buy your own?
Yeah, it's not like a trade secret either. You can see it. It's not some secret play call or maneuver. It's a piece of equipment. You're right. Go to the store, buy it.
And the fact that I feel like it's taken us this long to design this bat, because when you think about what they did, it's fucking common sense. Yeah. They found the sweet spot on the bat and said, why is this not the girthiest part of the bat? Why is it at the end?
Yeah, reinforce it.
Yeah, so like that's common knowledge. You don't need a fucking scientist to know that, but it took us over 70 years of baseball to be like, aha.
To be fair, I will give America this credit. It took us 2,000 something years to figure out inhaling smoke from cigarettes was bad for us. We just thought for a while we thought it was good for us. We were
because it made us look so damn cool.
It does make you look cool, but we're all a little retarded, and that's okay. But yeah, I agree. This is something they could have done fucking with Baby
I mean, I'll
Ruth,
give us
probably.
some slack, I guess. I was pretty tough on us there. Lou Gehrig took like 45 years to come up with Lou Gehrig's disease.
That's true.
Yeah, he had to fucking work at it his whole life to die of his own disease. That's crazy.
What a shame.
What a shame. Can you imagine being the guy that like might have had it before and they just didn't know, and you're just fucking forgotten?
Oh, yeah, the guy on Luke Gehrig's team had the
Probably
same
got
fucking
it.
disease. Probably got it from shared a water bottle. Back when they were just kissing open mouths and doing the blood brother fucking
And-
bullshit.
Back in that around that time, a Yankees player I heard just took a black boy on tour with him because he sent him some good luck charm. I don't know. That's what I was told. Because they're like,
That's
man,
like,
we
wow,
won with this
that's
kid
true.
there. Let's take him with us. Didn't ask his mom and dad. I don't think. I don't think they did.
That kid, Raven Simone.
All right, but that baseball bats, we're gonna say not cheating, and also don't take human good luck charms with you. Don't do that.
The more you know. Moment of the show. The Stanley Cup's official the Dominion Hockey National League, but commonly referred to as the Stanley Cup, named after the more you know.
Malice in the Palace dose? A brawl broke out in the Timberwolves-Pistons game last week, leading to multiple ejections of a number of players and coaches. The NBA fined everyone involved, but honestly, the Pistons should have been fined for impersonating a basketball team all season. Heck, the brawl is the most competitive event that they've been a part of all year, and they still lost. So as the old saying goes, ain't nothing new in Detroit.
NBA star Anthony Edwards has landed himself in headlines this week by saying he would prefer to pay his child support alimony to his ex-wife in one lump sum. Instead of paying $5,000 a month for 18 years, he'd rather pay $1.8 million up front. Anthony Edwards says he'd rather show everyone that he can be fast on the court and fast at jumping responsibility at the same time.
Big news coming to you out of high school girls varsity basketball as Jim Zulu was seen pulling a player on his own team's hair after losing the championship game. Once embarrassed on the court, the coach proved that if you can't beat the other team, you can always try beating your own.
The NFL is making headlines this week by banning CeeDee Lamb's signature nose wipe celebration after touchdowns. The NFL says this celebration is actually a blood signal for showing disrespect towards another gang member. This is bad news for CeeDee Lamb and the Bloods everywhere, but good news for NFL's top donor, the Crips.
Taking the MLB by storm, the New York Yankees have developed a new-shaped bat that has seemingly allowed them to hit more home runs. The new design distributes some of the girth of the bat to the strike zone. When reached for comment, the player said, "It's been a very effective change, and it's way easier to slide in their own ass."
Duke University is making headlines this week by announcing they are troubled by Show White Lotus's depiction of Jason Isaacs' character wearing a Duke University logo on his t-shirt, saying the character is unhinged and doesn't represent the school well. On an unrelated note, ex-Duke football player Braden Braxton was just convicted for murdering his ex-girlfriend.
Making recent headlines, ESPN analyst Monica McNutt made polarizing comments about budding star Caitlin Clark. McNutt saying her popularity derives from her being a white girl from Middle America. This reporter would love to tell you more, but I unfortunately stopped reading after I equated that her last name was essentially street slang for receiving oral sex behind a McDonald's. But if the milkshake machine is off, the McNut will have to do.
Toronto in turmoil? A Blue Jays fan was recently kicked out of a game because he was wearing a Canada is not for sale hat. If there's one thing Toronto will not tolerate, it's political statements and shitty hats.
Hot relationship news coming to you out of pro golf. Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump have announced that they've begun courting each other. Vanessa and Tiger dating actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. She's used to men whose careers got ruined by cheating, and he is used to women who are willing to stay quiet for money.
Big news out of Ireland. Former UFC champion Conor McGregor has announced he plans to run for the president of the country. Conor wants to show everyone that he is anti-immigration, which is very ironic because if there's one thing Conor really supports is jumping into sports you don't belong in.
And for our last news story, is any news better than no news for a below 500 Heat culture? Gossip out and about in Miami is that the youngest Heat player, Jaime Jaquez Jr., is allegedly having relationships with the ex-wife of his head coach. It seems that the only thing getting any penetration in the Heat offense is Eric Spoelstra's ex-wife. This gives a new meaning to attacking the rim.
UConn's head coach Dan Hurley has landed himself in some hot water after the latest NCAA game where he told the other team, God, I hope they don't fuck you like they fucked us. Good luck, Baylor. The NCAA in response has told everyone, don't worry, we treat all teams and players the same way. Like pieces of shit.
Alright, and we're debuting a new segment today where we're going to cover all sports in West Virginia, all sports news, games, and the segment will be called, What's Up, West Virginia? What's good? And to get this segment started, we're going to start with the women's tournament, where one program is ran by a West Virginia native.
That we've talked about before on the show.
Former Marshall coach, yeah.
Former Marshall coach from Parkersburg.
She also coached at Glenville State in West Virginia, and the current coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, Kim Caldwell.
Kim, let's keep going.
Yeah, good job, Kim.
Yeah, let's go. Keep it rolling. And WVU, they took their second loss of the tourney season to UNC.
Yeah.
They get fucked by UNC. Their spot gets taken by UNC to go to the tourney. And then, I'm not going to say the UNC women's team put a mud hole in the Lady Mountaineers' ass, but it was damn close. There was a footprint there.
I just want to know, because there was an inspirational speech before they took the court where the coach said, you're the pride of West Virginia. You're fighting for everything they believe in. The whole state's watching. You got to avenge the whole honor of the state. And then, halftime came, and he's like, well, there's always next year, girls.
Not much to really say about this one. Marshall had their pro day.
Yeah.
I've heard, which you shouldn't talk about the things you just obviously know you don't remember. I think Roberts, last name's Roberts, safety out of Marshall. They said he upped his draft stock with his performance at pro day.
Okay.
So he actually had a good day. They said that Mike Green was also participating, which is good. He hopefully can keep that first round grade of hopefully getting picked in the first round.
Yeah, hopefully. It's always exciting to see Marshall get drafted. Sometimes they go to the Chiefs, win some Super Bowls, and sometimes they go to Canada.
Yeah, Nazi Johnson.
It's a really mixed bag.
It's a real mixed bag. Sometimes, also, he went to Kansas City. I don't know if he was there. Chase Litton was a backup at fucking Kansas City for a while.
For a hot second, yeah.
And that dude sucks.
He does. I don't care for him.
Yeah. He could listen to the podcast. He is a loser.
That's not true, listeners. You're not losers.
Oh, that is what I just did. I did just call over.
Yeah, you call over.
Oh, man. My bad. I got a text from the producer here.
Oh, this is live. Incoming.
J.J. Roberts had a meeting with the Bengals.
Ooh.
Over his pro day performance. Also, they said Mike Green was the star of the show there. That's a good note from our producer, Zach. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you. Keeping us on point. And the last bit of West Virginia news we have here, Mountaineers hire Ross Hodge from North Texas as the new men's basketball head coach. Do you think he was like the 5th or 7th option on their list because everyone got taken quickly and it was all people that I think were, you'd see like the voice of Motown or raspy kid's voice talking about this is our next coach, and then all of a sudden that guy's gone off table.
Yeah, definitely. This seems like WVU didn't want to hire an interim one of their defensive guys as the head coach for a hot second. They definitely needed a head coach, and they didn't want to look like they got caught with their pants down, because they did. That guy fucking swindled us, moved over to Indiana. Good fucking riddance. He couldn't even take the team to the March fucking Madness.
How bad or close do you think they were to calling Huggy?
I heard
They tried. He didn't answer the phone. Too drunk.
I heard in small whispers that Huggy is a top contender for the McNeese head coaching job, and that soon we'll see Bobby back in basketball.
I mean, they did just have Will Wade, and then that one, I can't believe that the kid, the weird kid with the jukebox, he actually transferred. He was in the transfer portal for a manager. I don't think that was actually a real thing, but that was the storyline. I read the storyline. I didn't read the article.
Oh no, who reads articles?
Another text from the producer here.
I
haven't received it yet, Zach. You pre-warned me.
Oh, no, we're just getting now that Bill Armstrong was just hired.
Bob Huggins was among the candidates.
See,
Tommy wasn't completely wrong.
I'm tired of everyone telling me I'm fucking wrong. That's right. These bets tonight are unstoppable.
Their new head coach kind of looks like Santa Claus.
That is Bob Huggins in that picture.
That's Bob Huggins?
With the beard, yeah.
Bob Huggins looks like Santa Claus?
Bob Huggins looks like Santa Claus, folks. If you have not seen Bob, because he's...
just like your mall Santa Claus, he is drunk.
And like your mom Santa, he's driving through your neighborhood, hitting trees.
All right, guys, and that was your What's Up, West Virginia. Next time, it will be like slightly better. We'll raise the goalpost a little bit.
Or scoot it back a little.
Scoot it back a little bit.
There's a special April Fool's Day segment called Two Facts and a Goof. I'll have Jay and Tommy answer either the facts or a goof.
Tom, where the fuck's that voice coming from? Are you God?
You hear it too?
God? Was God telling us the rules to living?
I don't know. It's me, Margaret.
Hello? I think that was God.
That's wild. So I guess we're going to be writing some stuff if God's telling us to.
I think God said he's going to tell us two facts and a goof. Can you tell us the rules again, God?
Sure. I'm going to read off two facts and a goof, and you guys have to guess which the goof is.
Can you say that in a sentence? No. Okay.
That's fine.
It's fine.
All right.
It's cool.
I can't.
How many nouns were in that sentence?
So, did God tell you also to take your son up and sacrifice him?
He did, but I didn't think it made any sense. I don't have children.
I don't either. That's fucked up.
But I did kill a kid, though.
Well, yeah, God told you to.
God tells you to kill a kid. That kid is dead.
Yeah, God has a plan for me.
Yes, I do.
All right. We'll play your game, God. We'll play your games. Give us your worst.
Let's do it. Segment 1 would be about bowling. You guys ready?
Of course, we know tons about bowling.
Yeah.
All right.
Like there's 10 pins.
It's going to be a fucking
They're done at alleys. A single one is called a lane, I think. So they serve pizza and beer there. I hope that's all the facts he has.
The claw machine is very sticky. It's always sticky. I don't know if
Always
that
just shakes your shit out of the claw, right out of the claw, and they fucking steal it all. All right, God, get to your facts.
So, King Henry VIII of England loved to bowl and banned bowling from lower class citizens of England. Bowling began as a religious ritual to cleanse people from their sins in Germany. In the beginning, there were 18 bowling pins. But after a number of years of no one being able to keep score, they downsized the number to 10. Which one is the goof, boys?
Now, do we want to talk about this as we're formulating, or do we just want to write our answers, show them, and then what do you think will appease God? Let's just go right at the
Yeah, we'll
answers.
write it down and then we'll explain
Yeah.
what our thinking behind that was.
This one's tough. Yeah, say really pushing our... I don't exactly remember how you said it, but I'm going to be close.
Yeah, I had to paraphrase as well. I'm going with King Hank the Fourth, loving bowling.
I've got bowling is a religious thing.
Both are wrong,
Really?
but Jay's extra wrong because it was King Henry VIII.
Oh, King Hank the Eighth. Hank
No.
is short for Henry.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I was like, that's a completely different Hank, though.
And 4 is short for 8, apparently.
Wow, 18 was wrong.
Yes,
Really?
Right.
that was the goof.
So wait,
I should have known.
You
People
know-
back then couldn't fucking count for dog shit.
so you like know the answers behind these or like explanations?
He's God. Of course he does.
What religion was using the bowling thing?
It was the Christians.
Wild. Our Christians are nuts.
All right, God.
Next
Give
up,
us one.
we have the NFL.
Okay.
I see this.
All
Finally,
right.
Someone speaking our language.
Let's see. The Arizona Cardinals are the oldest team in the NFL. The league's headquarters are located in New York City. The NFL was started over a backyard bet gone wrong.
What was the first one?
The Arizona Cardinals are the oldest team in the NFL.
Ready?
Arizona ain't the oldest.
Arizona.
That's wrong.
Son of a bitch, man! That was my topic!
Dang, what is it?
The NFL was started over a backyard bet gone wrong.
I could have swore that's what it would have been, because I was like, that sounds like football.
That sounds
It sounds like a bad bet gone wrong. Awesome.
It's almost how we started this fucking podcast.
Yeah. I still think I won that push-up contest.
Yeah, but I definitely smoked you in the curling.
I just want to say,
You didn't even bring your ice skates.
Marky Mark can go fuck himself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Did we not say that yet? Marky Mark,
Wait,
go
is
fuck
that one of
yourself.
them? Because that's the fact. Marky Mark can go fuck himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll reinforce that.
All right, next up is NBA.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah, I can ball.
All right. The first basketball game had only 13 rules. Basketball was invented in 1891 and was originally played with a soccer ball and peach baskets. Originally, basketball was supposed to be heavier, but players couldn't pass it because of the weight. Which one's the goof?
I don't feel confident. You feel confident?
I felt confident in the last one.
All right.
The heavy balls one.
That's what I said too.
Guys are right. That was the
I knew
goof.
the peach baskets one was right.
Exactly.
And then I was like, why would they play with a soccer ball on that one, which I knew is right, and then be too heavy?
I thought maybe the soccer ball was a red herring. But there's
Because
13
a
rules.
basketball wouldn't exist when you're inventing basketball.
That's true. And 13 rules. 13
That's
rules
right.
sound right. If you're starting a sport, you're not going to have a trillion fucking rules.
An official ball from the professionals.
Yeah, can you imagine 1891? The guy's making it. Okay, you gotta dribble, you can't go out of bounds, and there can no be offensive fouls.
Who the fuck made you boss, idiot? I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
I'd say you can suplex in the paint.
Next
That's
up,
not a fact.
we have the MLB.
Fuck. I can't even pick a parlay with MLB. How the fuck am I gonna pick facts?
Don't worry. This one's easy. Just kidding.
That's
Each
a dickhead.
each Major League Baseball team has a 25-man roster and a 40-man roster. California has had more than any other state produce MLB players. Second to them is New York And third, Pennsylvania. The first professional team, the Cincinnati Red Stockings, founded in 1869, were the first ever baseball team.
Christ.
Which one's the goof?
All right.
I said the middle one.
This is California?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Guys are right.
Yeah.
I would say I think the first two MLB teams are the White Sox and the Red Sox.
I have no idea. I just know most Major League players come from Cuba and not California.
They float here on doors.
Exactly.
And then they turn that door into a baseball bat when they get here.
And they,
It would make
call it a torpedo.
In Pennsylvania? Why would they make...
They call it a torpedo. See?
Next up, NHL.
Here we go.
All right.
Let me put up your 2 points. 2 points.
The first indoor hockey game was played in Montreal on March 3rd, 1875. The earliest hockey pucks were rumored to be frozen pieces of cow dung. Horseshit.
Why is it cow dung if it's horse shit?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It'd be cow shit.
God, I think you flubbed on this one.
So this isn't God. This is one of those...
They say the first God that comes is the Antichrist. So,
Guess what?
maybe we're straight up talking to the Antichrist here.
Well, fuck. We're talking to the son of the devil.
I was clarifying if people didn't know what that meant. Dung.
No, it's poopy.
Yeah, but you said horse shit, Antichrist.
No, I said frozen pieces of cow dung or shit.
Oh, you
you
said
said
horse
horse
shit,
shit.
not horse shit.
Yeah.
See, that's God. You stumbled us up there. Now we're calling you the Antichrist.
So God has a lisp. Interesting. You heard it here first.
Sometimes.
Him and Cody Rhodes.
The first U.S. team to join the NHL was the New York Islanders.
Which one's the goof?
You tell me.
The goof.
You can't trip up me.
I got it. Cow dung.
Oh. Jay was right.
Damn.
I knew it. I knew they played with shit. Woo!
It was the Boston Bruins in 1924.
Well, that's because I don't recognize Boston as a piece of America.
So I
Not
win.
kidding.
So Jay
3-2.
wins 3-2.
Nice. Good.
That was.
Blitz the book! UFC party!
Right, we're gonna go on to UFC. They have a event live at the Apex this weekend.
Ooh.
First matchup of the main card we have Torres, the Punisher, Finney. He is a undefeated fighter. He is 5'8", 185 pounds, and he has a 75-inch reach. Fights out of the orthodox position. Position stance. Versus Robzilla Valentine. He is 11-4, 1 no contest. He is 6'2", 185 with a 77-inch reach, and he is also fighting out of the orthodox stance, maybe even religion.
Ooh. Maybe Jewish.
If so, Mazel Tov.
Oi. Heavy fasting.
Tommy, who do you have in this fight? The guy that looks like he made a ball of muscle, or this white guy?
Yeah, I am not in love with Valentine. I do not like the fucking looks of that guy. Torres absolutely fucking looks dangerous. I think this is an easy one. Not to mention, I know you might be saying this, but Valentin is from Switzerland. He's a Swiss, and
All they're known for is their bank accounts and watches.
they're shitty chocolate. I mean, it's kind of like Canadian maple syrup. It's the best in the world. No, Vermont's maple syrup. Oh, Swiss chocolate's the best. Hershey's chocolate in Pennsylvania is better than that. So I don't like anything with that. I think you take Torres. I think you take Chocolate Thunder.
Tommy, although I may question your taste in chocolates, I don't disagree with your taste on this fight. I think Torres Finney looks like an alpha, and Robert Valentine looks like what Torres Finney eats for a snack.
Yeah.
Like a small white boy. I know they're the same weight, so small is a fucking weird thing to say, I guess. I'm taking Torres Finney here, and has there ever been, like, can you take, like, by eating a guy, like swallowing him whole? Because I think that's what happens. I don't think Robert Valentine's going to make it to the end of this fight. Like, no body at the funeral here.
Oh, God, that'd be tough. Even the bones.
He doesn't leave scraps, this Torres Finney guy. All right, so we're both going to take Torres Finney to win. Tommy, you're going to go further than that?
No, I'm going to stick with that for just now. It's still early. It's our first fight. Let's not lose the parlay early.
Absolutely. For the second fight of the evening, we have Brad Tavares. He is 20-11-0. He is 6'1", 185. He has a 74-inch reach and fights out of the orthodox stance versus Gerald GM3 Mearshart. He is 37-18. He is 6'1", 185 with a 77-inch reach, and he fights out of the southpaw stance. This is in the middleweight division.
Ooh.
It's a good division. It's a very stacked division in the UFC, I might say.
Yeah. Gerald has a little bit more fighting experience.
A lot, yeah.
And a little bit of reach. I like him. He's the underdog on this one. Probably for good measures. I mean, Brad's tough. He's got good striking.
GM3 is a submission artist. That's his thing.
I'm going to take the upset here on GM3 just because of that and the experience. I know I got burned here this last week with Silva, or the week before last, taking the guy with experience. But I think this one, Meerkat has it. I think he's going to pop his little head up victorious.
I think I'm going to follow you on this one, Tommy. I'm looking at GM3's last 3 fights. He beat Edmund Shabazian, who's a good fighter.
Not bad.
He beat Barberena, but he did lose to Petrovsky and Joe Pfeiffer, and he lost to DeRitter on his last fight. And Tavares has lost to Park and Rodriguez, and I don't even think Park's that good of a fighter, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with GM3. That's just what the previous matchups that they've had showed me on this one. So I'm going to go GM3. I'm not going to make a decision on whether I'm going to go before the bell or just money line.
Oh, yeah, money line on that. You're already taking the upset.
Money line. I don't know if Brad can prevent submissions for like 3 rounds and survive.
Don't know.
No clue. Next, we have, for the third fight of the evening, we have Kennedy, the African Savage Unjescu. He is 14-5. He is 6'5", 236 with an 83-inch reach. He fights southpaw versus Marvin Baddies Boudet. He is 14-2. He is 6'4", 265 with a 77-inch reach. He fights orthodox. Tommy, that's a 29-pound point disparage.
Yeah.
Heavyweight's the only weight class that offers you that.
Yeah. I'm taking Kennedy on this one. I think Boudet is just going to be blowing water up your ass if you take him on this one. I bid day him a good day.
I bid him a Boudet.
Yeah. But I'm never impressed with the Slovakian fighters. I know we're getting a little racist here. But I think the Nigerians got it just a hair tougher.
I think Kennedy will have the chin on this one. I think, obviously, with being 29 pounds lighter, I think there's going to be a cardio difference there.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say, Martin has in his favor is when they fight at the apex, the octagon is smaller.
Oh.
So they don't have to move as far. They can't really like circle the octagon as much.
I didn't know
There's
that.
less room. So that works to his advantage as far as like trying to catch him if he is trying to wrestle. I don't see that being the case. I'd probably see Martin trying to probably knock him out early, push him against the cage, have his weight on him, throw punches that way. Kennedy's chin, I think, is going to hold up. Martin's going to wilter. His cardio is going to really show its head in the second round. I think Kennedy wins. I'm not going to call it by either one again on this one. I'm just going to keep it. So we're matching again, but I think Martin is Boudet cheeks. Booty cheeks.
Booty cheeks.
He's just ass. All right, for the next one, we are going to go to...
Ooh.
Here we go.
Yeah, I like this one.
Of course, they gave me some good names on this one. Cortavius Romeos. He is a 9-3 fighter. He is 5'4", 135 with a 68-inch reach. He is fighting on the southpaw stance versus Chang Ho Lee. He is a 10-1 fighter. He is fighting 5'8" in height, 135 in weight, 69-inch reach. Nice. And the stance is orthodox. I don't think he's orthodox. He is from Asia.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an Asian Jew.
They have Asian Jews.
What an interesting person that would be.
That would be a very interesting
They have
person.
like the bowl cut, but also the piece of hair missing.
Yeah, they take the little yarmulke off and you put some rice in it.
Yeah. It doubles as a bowl.
Exactly.
The Jews are efficient people.
Oh, yeah.
If
So-
they can cut a corner, they're gonna.
On this fight, I'm taking holy shit. I think I'm a little biased towards the Asians. We love the Asians around here. And honestly, I think it's a little ironic that a guy named Coronavirus is fighting an Asian. I just do not see him winning this one.
Looking at the stats here, I definitely see what the difference in the fight's going to be. Chang Ho Lee is a striker who averages almost 5 strikes landed per minute.
Damn.
And the other guy is a guy who has a 66% takedown accuracy when Chang Ho Lee has a 30% takedown defense.
Ooh, that's going to be tough to overcome.
I think that's where I'm going with this one. I think Cortavius Romeos is, whatever the fuck you say his name, he's going to win this one. I think it's going to be with him being that effective at takedowns against UFC fighters and Chang Ho being a little bit newer and having a 30% takedown defense, I think that's just the glaring hole here that's glowing out in these statistics is the difference maker here. Also, I think with him being only 5'4", that's better for him. Being shorter, lower to the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
He's going to make the guy who's slightly taller, I think, fall off balance, especially when he doesn't seem he has great balance with a 30% takedown defense. So this is the first one we're splitting on, Tommy. I'm going Cortavius Ramos.
All
And
right.
we're going to spice it up a little bit. We're getting later in the card. I haven't done anything spicy. Submission.
Oh, wrong, but great. Let's see what the next fight is.
All right, let's see what we have for the co-main event of the evening.
Ooh.
We have Pat Sabatini. He is 19-5. His mother's a gypsy. He is 5'8", 145 with a 70-inch reach, fighting out of the orthodox stance. Versus Joe Anderson Tubarao Burrito. He is 17-4-1, 5'8", 145, but he has a 72-inch reach. He's also fighting orthodox. Tommy, are you going with the white guy or the Brazilian?
Jay, I think it's really mean that you called the Brazilian guy Burrito. That's not his name.
It's Burrito.
Jay, stop it. It's mean. His name is not Burrito. What, are you going to call him Chewy fucking Chunga next? Anyway, I'm not racist, so I'm taking the guy that looks like he's from El Salvadorian prison. Like, this guy looks like, with all his tattoos, like they just locked him fucking up and shaved his head, and the fucking MAGA people are doing press conferences in front of him. That guy looks like a badass. I'm taking Burrito.
I'm going to also take Burrito here. I think he has more output on his statistics. His takedown accuracy is pretty good. Sabatini's defense for takedowns only 50%. while Brito has a 72%.
Ooh.
I think that's the glaring hole here again, is the ability to wrestle and how much. The reason it's so effective in wrestling against their strikers is because they force blood to go into their arms, where their arms become heavy and their punches aren't there anymore. So they wrestle them in the first and second round, so that way the punches aren't a threat anymore. So I think that's kind of what's going to happen in these these last two fights that we're picking here, is that they're going to either take them down or force them against the cage something to where they are forcing their arms to be bent and pressed, to where it's like in a flex, so they can't help.
Yeah.
And then they're going to try to know that pop and that punch is gone, which I don't think Sabatini's not a knockout artist anyway. But I'm taking Brito here to come out over Pat Sabatini.
Oh, yeah. He's going to wrap him.
It's a wrap. All right, and for the last fight of the evening, Zach. I'm just kidding. Zach don't have the stats. I just wanted to see him have a small heart attack. oh, Zach. Oh, Tommy, we got to end the podcast now. He's having a heart attack.
No, we don't stop the show for anything.
He knows that. He would be mad at us if we did stop the show. He dies. All right. For the main event of the evening, we have Josh Emmett. Oh, Josh CC0 Emmett, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, weird.
He is 19-4. He has the height of 5'6", 145, and a 70-inch reach. He fights orthodox. Lerone Murphy is 15-0-1. He is 5'9", 145, with a 73-inch reach, and he fights orthodox. He's also 6 years younger.
Ooh.
That's a big thing here, because looking at it as a fan of the sport, I want to pick Josh Emmett. That's not a thing about what race I like more or anything. I just like Josh Emmett. He's been around.
No, mine's racist. I do not like the English. Murphy is from the fucking across the pond, the U-fucking-K, and I hate those limey fucking crooked teeth bastards. Fuck them. I'm going Josh Emmett, USA all the way.
I won't say that because Patty Batty is a homie.
He's a bit homie.
He's the homie. But, I mean, even Patty, I don't have to remind Patty who won the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
We're playing man down, I feel like. They had a whole thing.
They did have a whole thing. We had to fucking start from scratch.
We took them out. And then the French and Indians tried. Guess what? We gave them Canada as a losing gift.
You're messing up on your wars a little bit, Jay, but that's fine.
French and Indian War?
We
did give them Canada and the French and Indian.
French and Indian was before the Revolutionary War. And that was Britain against the French and Indians. And Britain won.
And they gave them Canada.
They forced them into Canada. They already had Canada.
And we let them have it.
We kicked them out of America.
Yeah. We really went on a spiral there.
Yeah. England took some heavy fucking L's. Big time.
Chest compression only. Zach's asking for help, and we're just not going to help him.
Oh.
We're almost done, Zach. We're almost done.
That's what the CCO stands for.
That's weird.
Oh. We thought he was having heart palpitations.
I thought he had a heart attack.
I think he had a heart attack. No, he was writing shit down for us.
I was already thinking about, stuck in my head what I was going to tell his mother and what happened. I was like, he does coke.
I was figuring out what size shoes he had because they were nice, and I was going to trade them off for mine.
They're definitely not going to fit you. He wears a size 15.
Yeah, but I can put
You put both feet in.
I put toilet paper, some cardboard. I don't know. I'll make it fit. They're nice shoes.
They're nice shoes. All right, Tommy.
Anyway,
You're
Josh
taking
Emmett. Yeah.
Josh Emmett.
Emmett.
He did almost end Hitler,
Josh CCO Emmett.
but they definitely used a 0 here. It's not my fault. Let's blame UFC.
Blame the website.
Blame them, because who the fuck are they anyways?
Yeah. I'll fight Dana White right now.
Josh Emmett. I want to pick Josh Emmett because what he did to Bryce Mitchell was fucking legendary.
Yeah.
God, you just want to pick him so bad.
Then pick him. It's the easiest thing. I'll pick him.
I'm going Lerone Murphy.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Bad Jay. Boo.
Boo. Josh ain't going to take him down. Lerone is a great boxer. He's younger, so he's got the speed.
Bad.
Josh is taking a lot of damage when he fought Taporia. He made it the distance with Taporia, though, pretty much. His face looked like death. For a bald white guy, his face was completely red in the end of the fight. Like, just blood everywhere.
Fucking wow.
You know what, Tommy? You've done it. I'm going to switch to Josh Emmett, the Great White Hope. I think his nickname is what that CC0 stands for. The Great White Hope, Emmett. And he's going to teach Britain a thing or two.
I think it stands for Captain Crunch Original. He's a very big fan of the cereal.
Yeah, I think Zach is wrong. I don't care what he looked up on the internet.
Yeah.
UFC put CC0.
He probably used Bing.
So, like, I'm going to trust them. Like, I'm going to trust the UFC on their fighters' names. I'll call them what I want. All right, guys, we're going to move on to NBA parlays. Alrighty, guys, we're going to move on to our NBA parlays for today and this weekend. the general whole weekend, yeah. Saturday and Sunday. We're so good, we'll give you 2 days of picks. Tommy, do you want to go ahead and get started with what you have for them this week?
Absolutely. We're about to lock in with some good picks. Starting off, we've got the Knicks down in Atlanta against the Hawks. We're going to take the Knicks to cover on this one. Knicks have been playing very well. We're getting close to the end of the season, and they're about to close this out. Hawks kind of underperformed all season. Not very well. Didn't live up to the hype. Then we got Timberwolves, 76ers. Timberwolves are going to take this one over the 76ers at home. Then finally we're going to finish up with the Pistons. I know we've been shit-talking the Pistons a lot. They deserve it. But they're going against the Grizzlies. Don't care for that one bit. And Pistons, of course, being at home in Detroit. That's going to be the slight deciding factor. So we got 2 money lines and a spread to cover. And I think that's going to be solid. Jay, what do you have?
On mine, we're going to go all Sunday picks because we're going to pray to God for a W here. Nice. So we're going to put it on the Lord's Day. Put it on you, God. If we lose, it's your fault.
We're getting close to Easter. Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on you, big man. It's on his tab. I'm going to go with, for the Sunday picks, let's go Oklahoma City Thunder covering. Nice. In NOLA. That one's going to be easy. That's easy money. Memphis at Dallas. Cover again. Dallas does not have anyone left. Then my third pick here, I have... Where'd it go? Golden State at Clippers. Clippers are a very good team. They might even be it's probably going to be like a pick 'em almost, so you'll get good odds. Golden State is 16-2 since they got Jimmy Butler. Yeah. Only lost 2 games out of 8 in the 18. Damn. They are on fire. They're finding form. Curry had a 50-point game the other night.
He did.
So I am putting my money on Curry on this one in buckets, Jimmy Buckets. He's getting in form, his playoff form. And then also, we'll go extra here because I see it there and I like it. Los Angeles Lakers over Portland in Portland. Cover. Okay. I like the cover there. But that's 4 picks for you right there. Tommy gave him 3.
Yeah.
You can parlay them all. We didn't double any, did we?
No.
You can parlay them all. Have a 7-legger.
Yeah, mine are all Saturday picks, actually.
All Saturdays, and then pair them with some Sundays. You can make a 3-team or any amount of teams you want. We're giving you the picks. You make the money. Let's move on to Shell Parlays. All right, and we are on to the Final Four. There are 4 teams left. All right, and we are on to the Final Four. There are 4 teams left of the 64. Tommy, we have Auburn, Florida. On Saturday versus Duke and Houston. Well, Auburn, Florida in that first matchup, and then we have Duke and Houston in the other matchup there at 8:50 that tonight. Tommy, where are you leaning on these? Let's go Auburn, Florida. Let's talk Auburn, Florida first. Where are you leaning on this one? Florida is the -2.5 favorite.
Rocky. In like the 9th round, I've been getting fucking hit into the corner. I'm just leading with the chin, taking. I'm all bloody. They're cutting me. I'm just leading with the chin, taking. I'm all bloody. I'm still in it. Why am I in it? Because Florida is still in it. I need Florida to win this bad. I need the War Eagles to go fucking down. And I think this is where it happens. Auburn. I think are some choke artists. They love to lose the important games. Games they shouldn't lose, they lose. This is that game. I think they've done very well this season. SEC has done phenomenal.
They've done very well this season.
Pat yourselves on the back, jerk yourself off, whatever you got to do.
Pat yourself on the
But
back.
I think this is where it ends for you guys. I think Florida just better team. They've got that tall son of a bitch. That motherfucker changes the light bulbs in the goddamn jumbotron.
That motherfucker changed the light bulbs in the goddamn jumbotron.
I don't think he's played. He's been redshirted.
Yeah, I saw him playing like
Yeah, the guy that's like the tallest
The last
teenager
game.
to ever live.
Yeah, I saw him
don't
playing
think they
like
burned his red shirt yet, but
the last
I
game.
know during the season
They might. I don't think they
Must be a
burned his
different
red
kid 'cause
shirt
he's
yet.
been
but
playing in the
I
tournament.
know
Not
during the
now.
season he was
They have
redshirted.
Must be a different kid because he's been playing in the tournament.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah. They have
That's
the
fucking
tallest
wild. I
teenager
didn't
to
know
ever
that,
live.
but no, I'm not
He's
talking
like
about that kid.
7'10".
That's fucking wild.
And that's
That's
where we are at. I need the Florida victory.
That's where
Chomp,
we,
chomp.
where we
Go
are
Gators.
At. I need the Florida victory.
Jay?
Chomp, chomp.
where I'm leaning
Go
on
Gators.
this one, I think Auburn is going to
Fuck.
win this for the.
Where I'm leaning on
What
this
I mean
one,
by that
I
is
think
you
Auburn is
got
going to win this for the
that they
War
were
Eagle. What I mean by that is,
the
did
War
you
Eagle
know
name came from,
that they were
uh,
named at the War Eagle name came from
back in like the
uh,
1950s to a game.
someone brought a War
veteran.
Eagle back in like the 1950s to a game,
was rumored
a
to
veteran,
have flew up in the
and the
air
Eagle
when
was
they
rumored
won.
to have
Auburn come
flew up
back
in the
and won
air
game.
when they Auburn come back and won the game.
So I don't know
Then the
if that's
Eagle
like a
dive
good
bombed the
omen
field
or
and
not.
killed
I
itself.
think the Eagle
So
was-
I don't know if that's like a good omen or not. I think the Eagle was like, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened. I had money on the other team, killed itself.
History has been rewritten by
But
the
they
Auburn
took it a
Tigers.
different way.
And,
History has been
I'm gonna
rewritten
go
by the Auburn
here just
Tigers.
because if
And
Destiny-
I'm going to go Auburn here just because it fulfills my own destiny. I have a Back to Futures parlay that says Auburn's winning this thing. I'm pretty close, 2 games away.
See,
I'm
I've
just
already
gonna,
faded myself.
I'm not going
If
to
you
fade myself here.
Diehards,
We'll say
remember,
that.
I've already
I had
faded
Duke
myself.
winning
You
this.
Diehards, remember.
They
I
might.
had Duke winning this.
They're there.
They're there.
They have a shot.
They might.
Speaking of that shot,
They're
we
there.
have
They have a
Duke
shot.
versus Houston.
Speaking of that shot, we have
4.5 favorites.
Duke versus
That
Houston.
game is
Duke
at
is the minus 4.5 favorite,
late game
and
on
that
CBS.
game is at 8:49 tonight. It is the late game on CBS.
Duke here or Houston?
Tommy, are you going with Duke here? Or
My
Houston?
mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me Houston. That's right. Unfortunately,
telling me Houston.
in my original Back to the
Unfortunately,
Future parlay, I had Duke
in
winning it
my
all.
original,
But
Back
that
to
was
the
before
Future
Flag
parlay, I
got
had Duke
injured
winning it
right
all.
before the season ended.
But that was before.
And I
Flag
was
got
sure
injured right
when the
before
tournament
season
started,
ended.
Flag was going to get re-injured.
And I was sure.
I wasn't sure Duke was going to get this far. But they have.
I wasn't sure Duke was going to
I
get this
need
far.
them not to
They
make it further.
have.
On one hand,
I
they can win
need
me
them
that big
not to make it
parlay.
further.
On the other hand, they
On one
can.
hand, they can win me
lose
that
me the
big
bracket.
parlay. On the other hand,
I don't really don't like
lose me
anything.
the bracket.
This is gonna be a hell of a fucking
I don't really
matchup, and
like
it does
anything.
deserve to be the 8 o'clock
This is
game.
gonna be a hell of a
Because
fucking
I think it's
matchup,
gonna
and
be
it
about a
does deserve
1 to
to be
2
the
point
8 o'clock
game.
Because I think it's gonna be
So
about
at
a
least in
1
this
to 2
game, you
point
don't
game.
know what you're getting because these two.
So at least in this game, you don't know what you're getting because these two haven't played. Houston and Auburn,
Yeah.
or Florida and Auburn, have played each other I think 3 times this season. So like they know each other. There's a read on each other. Houston and Duke are game tape. They had to watch.
I think
Uh,
Duke is gonna cover.
For that reason,
they
I
beat
think
by
Duke
more
is
than
going to
5
cover in this game.
Houston's a physical
I think they
team.
beat them by more than
This
5
Duke
points.
team isn't like Duke
Houston's a
teams in the past.
physical
They're also
team,
a physical
but this Duke team isn't
Uh,
like Duke teams in the past.
I
They're
really
also a
think John
physical
Shire's
team.
gonna lead 'em here to victory.
Uh,
He's gonna get himself
I really think John Shire is going to lead him here to victory. He's going to get himself in
I
a
think he's
in a
just
national
prepared. He's got
championship
the program
opportunity.
behind him. He's got
I think he's just prepared. He's got the program behind him. He's got a great team filled with a lot of talent. I'm going to go with John Shire here to beat Houston by more than 4.5.
Oh damn!
By more than 4.5.
That's confidence.
Cover. All right.
We'll see.
We will see, and then we will get back to you guys with picks for the championship on social media.
Yeah, because that's all we got today.
For some reason, really good at fucking hockey. Can't explain it. Don't know. I just know how to bet. Then last, the Dallas Stars in Dallas at home against the Penguins, Pittsburgh. Oh my God. I wish the Penguins would go fucking extinct. Christ, can we not melt fucking ice caps fast enough? Put them out of their misery. Dallas all the way on this one. That's a 3-legger right there. Make some money. Yeah, what you got?
Tommy, I think we have some locks here. I'm going Hurricanes over Bruins at Boston. I think we're going to try to collect that winning form, keep it going into the playoffs. I think we need it. It would do well to have that momentum going into the playoffs. I'm going Panthers versus Senators, so that's both of us got that one. That's a lock. I'm going Stars over Penguins. That's another lock, isn't it?
Nice, yeah. We got that.
Then for still on Saturday, I got Leafs over the Blue Jackets.
Ooh.
I think the Leafs they're also trying to get into their playoff form. They're also at home in that game.
Yeah.
For the Sunday games, I have Caps versus Islanders. I'm going Caps there. Ovechkin is 4 goals away from passing the Great One. So we're going to go Caps over Islanders on Sunday. Panthers over the Red Wings. Did you know that they're named after eating bloody pussy?
I did not.
That's what a Red Wing is. This kid in my class told me in middle school.
Oh, no, I did hear that. Yes, I did know what earning your Red Wings was.
Yep.
I wish I didn't. But I did.
They named the whole team after it, apparently. I didn't know.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. And then we're going Knights over the Canucks. I think it's just 2 different skill levels there.
Oh, yeah.
Vancouver is Vancouver. It's over for them.
Those crazy Canucks.
It's Van over for them. Get the hell out of here. But that is our NHL parlays. And what we have 3. There's a lock parlay here, I think, right? You had 3. We had 3 matchers.
I've got a 3-legger.
Or what was your third one?
My 3 was my third was the Dallas Stars Penguin, and my second was Panthers Senators.
So do a 2-leg parlay. That is our locks. We matched on those. And that is our lock parlay of the weekend.
Unrelated news: Uncle Joey from Full House, cancer-free.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uncle Joey, yay.
Dave Coulier. He dated Alanis Morissette.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of tying it back into the Canana.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. Look at that. Hey, I'm glad he's pulling through. I bet Uncle Jesse is pumped. Yeah, it's good news. Leaving NHL parlays on a good note. We gave him a lock parlay. A sign of good health for Dave Coulier.
Good vibes only.
And remember when he fucking worked that woodchuck was hilarious.
It was.
Yeah.
The more you know, moment of the show. Did you know only 3 men can claim champion status as both player and coach? They are Joe B. Hall, Dean Smith, and Bob Knight. The more you know.
Every breath you take, and every move you make,
Every bond you break, every step you take,
I'll be watching you
Every single day.
every word you say.
every game you play, every night you stay. I'll be watching you.
Oh, can't you see?
You belong to me.
How my poor heart aches.
With every step you take,
Every move you make,
and every vow you break.
every smile you fake, every claim you stake.
I'll be watching you.